coming to get you, Barbara.
It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder. The unburied dead are coming back to life, seeking human victims.
This week on a podcast from Beneath, Possessor. Billy, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Mr. Poe, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm not seeing any more snow, so I'm fantastic.
That's always good.
Yeah.
No frozen pipes or anything? No damage?
No damage. Like we talked about, I kept my eye out and no damage. Everything's good. Family, friends I stay in touch with, everybody's all good down here in good old Texas. So we're ready to get back to normal somewhat.
All right. Billy, you see anything new since the last time you were on here?
Just Possessor, I think.
Well, I thought you said you'd watched the that new Nick Cage movie.
Oh, no, I want to see it.
Oh, you haven't watched it yet, though.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, I thought you'd seen it.
No.
Mr.
I saw
Poe
that
watched
movie
it.
Mom and Dad that he did a couple years ago. A while back.
I haven't
That was
watched. I
pretty
haven't watched that one yet.
What
That's
is
pretty
it?
good. That's not a bad one.
Mom
The
and
Mom and
Dad?
Dad with him and Selma Blair.
Oh, okay.
Where all the parents
okay.
go crazy or something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't. I know what you're talking about. I didn't see that one. I did see Willy's Wonderland. And I talked a little bit about it on the last episode.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was neat and different. And I watched another show. They were talking about it, and they did not like it, and they were pointing out all this stuff. But I like to have fun, man. I mean, it wasn't perfect, and there was a lot to be desired. So, detail wise, you know what I mean? Like
I need to watch it because one of my favorite YouTube channels, Red Letter Media.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they done the what was it? But they were basically doing like rip-offs of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah,
So anything that was a
banana
rip,
splits.
yeah. So, but I need to. So I don't want to watch that episode until I watch the movie. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's who I'm talking about. I watched that episode, and they pointed out some stuff. I'm like, yeah, but I mean, I'm a fan of crazy shit, and Nick Cage is crazy, so that's why I enjoyed it.
He's been on like a good run, it seems like, as of late, when it comes to movies.
Yeah, still my favorite he's done in the last couple of years is still Mandy, though. Even after seeing this last one,
yeah, Mandy was good. Colorado Space was really good.
I haven't seen that one yet. I need to watch that.
There was another one, and this was it's been a few years now, but it was called Drive Angry. That was a really good one.
Yeah, and
that one kind of came out of nowhere. Like, oh wow,
dude, a lot of people didn't like that one. Oh, Drive Angry, it's good.
I thought it was great. Bill, you'd probably like it. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Cage in The Pedestrian. What was that Russell Crowe movie? It came out, Unhinged. Is that what it was?
Oh yeah, where he's like the angry driver.
Yeah, you cut me off, you fucking bitch. She's like,
isn't
fuck you, gladiator.
Isn't it kind of the same premise as the movie Changing Lanes with Ben Affleck and Samuel Jackson?
Yeah.
Wasn't that a road rage movie?
It was, but yeah, it was more road rage. But then we were talking about a movie, or my wife was talking to someone about a movie and said Falling Down, and they're like, what the hell is that movie? And I was like, Falling Down? That's a crazy movie. I mean, that's a good movie. Michael Douglas.
Yeah, we watched it in shop class in high school.
Yeah, shop class. How are you supposed to? You should be watching MacGyver
seen that movie
in shop
ever.
class.
I don't think.
That's a good one.
I see a bunch of people post about Falling Down.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't seen it in a while. I haven't seen it since shop class, but I would like to watch it again just to see if it
It
still
holds
holds
up.
up for with today's
Yeah, I
society or
mean,
whatever.
I think that instead of remaking all these other movies and superhero movies, I think that would speak volumes if they had another Falling Down and it's modernized. I think that would do very well because that's what it's about. A guy just going through shit in society and in his job and his marriage, and he's just in his car in traffic and loses his shit, and he just goes on a fucking rampage. I mean,
Some guy sick of wearing his mask in Walmart, so he just snaps.
yeah,
Takes his shit in the floor.
Yeah.
Oh man.
No, somebody's texting.
Yeah,
me,
I'm
so-
sorry. I usually mute my phone.
That's all right.
Apologies to
I'm
I
used
listeners.
burned all my
I'm used to
bridges.
it
I
now.
shit on my
Yeah.
boss's
Damn it.
car.
No, don't cut it out. This is real life, Carrie.
That's right.
This is real life.
That's how the show goes.
I
So,
got a notification that says more snow's coming.
yeah.
Make sure you wear your jacket, asshole. You're about to get slammed again.
So you got a text message from Ted
It's
Cruz
gonna get
saying,
60
"Get out."
degrees. Better
Get
wear
out.
your jacket.
Adios, guys. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Someone should do a movie where like a whole state is haunted.
A whole
state.
state.
Oh my god.
The whole state.
That would be a long. That would have to be a series of. That couldn't be just one movie. What state would be haunted?
I don't know. Which state has the most fucked up history?
Probably
That's a good
Massachusetts.
question. Oh, because of all the witch trials and shit.
If those even happen.
Could be.
I've always heard that didn't even happen.
I don't know, because Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, California, they kind of killed a lot of Indians, and they were very spiritual people.
There
So-
you go.
Yeah, they're like, oh my god, she knows math. Witch.
She knows math.
Well,
She
Billy,
talked
you were,
back.
yeah, Billy,
Witch.
you were talking about you've been watching The Critic lately,
Yes.
which is like I've been like I've been telling Mr. Who before. I've been going on like a nostalgic trip. I learned something today that I completely forgot about. You guys remember the football game on the NES? I think it was on Sega, Mutant League Football.
Yes.
I forgot that they had like a cartoon of it that was on for
They
like
did?
it was like 2 seasons, I think.
Oh, wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but nobody can seem to find them. Like there's only one like streaming service in Canada where you can watch them at. And I didn't know if you guys had remembered.
Dude, the
cartoon.
90s.
I don't know. Like, I could have been something I might have watched, but I don't know.
Because I think the cartoon was just called Mutant League and it had all the sports in it.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I remember that game. And,
Yeah, they had action figures and everything. Like I now need to find the action figures.
dude, the
Because their arms would
90s.
come off
eBay.
and stuff.
Go to eBay, I bet.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, you probably pay an arm and a leg for that.
Probably.
though. But
Or
the
an arm and a
90s, the 90s had such crazy cartoons. I mean, we had remember Biker Mice from Mars and Street Sharks and all that shit.
Oh, I love Street Sharks. I had one of the action figures.
Oh my god. And then the 80s had some cool ones too. Some forgettable ones. What was that? Brave Star and then Silver Hawks. And I mean, just what happened to all those cool cartoons? They used to have really cool cartoons. And now I don't know. I don't understand the cartoons they have now.
I don't either.
I mean, they remade the Animaniacs. They rebooted it,
I never watched it. I didn't
And then
watch the remake.
and then I heard that they're going to reboot Tiny Toons.
Mm-hmm.
I used to watch that when I was younger.
And Nickelodeon is on this kick where they're doing computer animation, with SpongeBob, and then I saw a Rugrats thing they're doing, and they're on this kick with that.
You know what one of my favorite cartoons was from back then, The Tick.
Was that?
Oh yeah, the
was
Tick.
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
I watched
Arthur.
the Tick.
Even the TV show. Well, the first run they had of it with what's his name, Patrick Warburton.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the TV show. I think
Well,
you're talking about the
no, I
animated
like the
cartoon.
I love the
Oh,
cartoon, but
okay.
I'm saying that first. I haven't watched the new because they done a new live action on Amazon Prime.
It lasted about the same amount of seasons as the original live action.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
but the
sure.
original live action one, I fucking loved that show. I thought it was great. But yeah, the cartoon was awesome.
Oh man, one of my favorite shows was I watched Dr. Katz when I was younger.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a good one. That was on Comedy Central.
Comedy Central reruns and stuff. This was like the mid to late '90s, I think. And Liquid Television. It used to be on MTV.
Man,
Had
Liquid
the,
Television was the best.
Having
Aeon
like the
Flux.
Max, Aeon Flux, the Head.
The Head, that one right there, like the Head. How come that never went anywhere? That was just a funny ass story. An alien
What was that
living in
one?
a
Like, I
guy's-
don't remember that one.
An alien lives in a guy's head, and he made his head all giant and cone shaped. And
there
then
was
the
one
guy's
guy had
head
like a
would
paper
open.
cut. He had a paper cut. He
Guess
had
I
like
don't
a piece
remember
of
that
paper
one.
in his head.
Yeah,
His face.
and the guy that
It's
got
all- yeah.
the lawnmower blade guy, he had a lawnmower
Yeah.
blade. Yeah.
Was that the same? I mean, I remember the Eon Flux, and is that what? Wasn't there like a puppet?
Yes.
The blonde chick that rode the
Angel.
motorcycle.
Oh my!
Was that
God.
on there? I couldn't remember. If that was
Yes,
on there or not.
she was looking for her stupid husband or boyfriend Crow. She was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it was like an action thing. What was it called? Angel. Oh my God, dude! I looked it up not too long ago. But anyway, yeah, the marionette puppet show that was awesome. They used to have some cool shit, man. And then of course Beavis and Butthead originated on that
Yeah, that's what. That's
Liquid
what I was gonna-
Television.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think the only thing that got a kind of a show was Aeon Flux, wasn't it?
yeah, Aeon Flux, and then of course they made a movie of it, but she always died.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the show, like at the end of the animated short, she'd always die.
I thought the Max was my. I think the Max was my.
The Max
favorite.
was badass.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was
a
based
good one.
off the comic book, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a comic book till maybe about 5-10 years ago, maybe. I was like, oh shit, I didn't know it was a comic book.
You saw it in the comic store, like, oh shit.
Yeah, I think it was one of the first like Image. It came out when Spawn. What was the other one? They had Pit,
Yeah, the Pit.
Blood. What was the team they had called? Something.
Oh shit! I remember Wildcats. Oh my God, dude!
Pretty sure
I
it was
don't know.
Blood
I can't
Blood
remember.
something.
Blood something. I don't know. Young Blood.
Maybe that was it. Yeah,
Young Bloods.
that could have been it. But yeah, Mutant League Football. I noticed that they have the they have a re-release of it too. That's you can get on system like Switch and PS4 and stuff. So
Oh, that's badass.
I meant to
Are
pick it
you
up.
going to get it?
Yeah, it's called Mutant Football League, the Dynasty Edition. So yeah, I may have to check it out. It's only $20.
Very cool.
All right. So I know originally we were going to do 2 movies. I only got to watch one of them, so we'll start with this one here first, and you guys can tell me about it. Just act like I've never seen it, and I'll ask questions like I've never seen it.
Okay.
Okay.
This is from 1981. It's called Possession,
Yes.
and it stars Isabel Adjani and Sam Neill. Which, when I see him and stuff that's not Jurassic Park, it's weird.
You know,
It is, because that was the only other movie I'd ever seen him in before this. I was like, oh, the guy from Jurassic Park, he was making movies before Jurassic Park?
Yeah, I know.
Sam Neill is he's a good actor, and I never knew about this movie until Billy told us about it a couple episodes back, and it wasn't recorded. It was like after the show. But yeah, I mean, In the Mouth of Madness, Event Horizon is another favorite of mine that he's in. Yeah, he seems to like that kind of stuff. Like Jurassic Park was kind of out of his element a little bit. Like he was always
It's
in
more
some
mainstream
weird,
for him.
yeah, and that's what made him a household name. But he's always been attracted to these weird roles, which is cool. I mean, but yeah, Possession.
Possession's a weird movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. You weren't wrong when you pointed us in that direction. I was like, I gotta find this movie, and I sat there and watched it.
What's it
So,
about? What's it? I've never seen it. What's it about?
well, Billy, do you want to? Do you want me to start? You want to start? Yeah, I've
Yeah,
been
you
here
go
in a while.
start because I'm kind of hard to explain for myself. It's just out there movie.
Yeah, basically Sam Neill's like I guess a secret agent, or like he's like a spy or something, and he's having trouble with his marriage at home. Um, he's been gone a while because he's been on missions and whatever. Well, the story takes place when he comes back, and him and his
wife's acting weird.
yeah, his wife's acting weird. She wants to leave with their son. They have a little kid, which I don't know what it is with some of these older movies. The kid was very annoying. Like he was always screaming and shit. But anyway,
Kind of like the kid on the House by the Cemetery.
that or about as annoying. You know what? No kid has topped the annoyance bar more than the Babadook kid.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Oh yeah.
that kid, I was like, I want him to die. But anyway, yeah, he's going through all this, and she's being unfaithful to him with some other guy, and he finds out about it, and he's like, he's wanting to leave, or he actually wants to keep the family together. But then there's a point in the movie where he wants to take the son and says, you can come visit him whenever. Well, then she tells him a story about her having like some sort of miscarriage while he was gone in the subway. And the subway scene is she's like getting possessed. Do you remember that, Billy? In the subway, she's like freaking out, and she's like going, or it's like in tunnels.
Where she starts walking. Yeah, in the tunnel.
Tunnels.
Yeah.
And she has a miscarriage, supposedly. You don't see anything. I'm just like, what the hell is wrong with her? She's like flipping out.
Yeah, it's just like her walking. It's like a long shot of her walking. Her just like going ape shit, like in the fucking tunnels.
But yeah, so basically, it's going through that. It gives you that aspect of the movie. Well, then, like, her lover calls the house, and of course Sam Neill answers, and he's like, hey, I'm taking her away from you, and da-da-da. He gets mad and drunk and goes to the house, tries to beat up the dude. Well, then that dude that she's cheating with meets up with her, and like, it's weird. It's like he sees the creature, or like it's like she's keeping this damn creature.
Yeah, this is like another house. It's like
it's a rundown. It's an abandoned place. And this
is where she's taking a guy to fuck him.
Yeah.
And he sees the creature, and she ends up like killing. I think she ends up killing him, right?
No, he freaks out. Like the thing is trying to like telepathically get to him.
Oh, yeah.
So he freaks out, and she's like messing with him with a knife, trying poking at his chest. Well, anyway, there's another guy. I guess she fucks some other dude, and this guy is his friend. Shows up after that other dude leaves. He shows up, and he's like, hey, where's my friend and everything? She's like, yeah, I made love to him last night all night long. And then he opens the door and sees that fucking, I don't know what it looks like. It looks like a pod with tentacles. And he freaks out.
It looks like that thing from Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
What's that the guy wanted to see one, he finally sees it and it kills him?
Yeah.
What was that thing?
Oh my
like
god!
Like a fish man or something.
So yeah, it's weird looking. Well, anyway, the guy freaks
like
out.
A long tail, yeah.
And he's trying to leave, or he gets in a fight with her. And I've never seen someone being taken down by a dish towel, but she takes him down with it. She hits him with this dish towel and knocks him down. And then of course he gets up and he's trying to fight back. Well, she gets his gun, and I'll tell you what. The gunshots in this movie, like people getting shot by the gun, is the most violent way I've ever seen. Like she just takes his gun and like shoots him, and like you see the powder, but you see him like violently jump back, like it has like a high caliber or something. It's like a little pistol. She kills him, and then I guess she feeds these men to this thing.
She ends up fucking the thing too.
Oh yeah, well that's towards the end where
yeah,
she ends up having like her Sam Neill goes to the house to find her. She's not there. He opens the fridge and sees a bunch of fucking body parts that you don't see. You don't see the body parts. You see him freak out like he opened Jeffrey Dahmer's fridge. Okay, when he's looking for his ex-wife or wife, and he's like, "What the hell is going on?" And he leaves.
He opens the door to the room, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He opens the door of the room and sees that thing. He's like, "What the hell is this?" You know, he's freaking out.
It's like fucking his wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like wrapped around her, and she's like enjoying it. It's like, what the fuck?
And she's like, this, she's, and basically what it boils down to after all this crazy, that's the crazy parts where you see the tentacle man or thing, and then you see the tentacle thing banging his wife. And then it's weird. It's like she was doing that to make a doppelganger because, like, she ends up having one and then he has one. Sam Neill has one. He sees his doppelganger later in the movie towards the end.
I think that doppelganger, I think that's the tentacle monster.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. So it's just so freaking weird. Like, it's all over the place. Like, you'll see a scene.
The ending I didn't expect.
Yeah, you see a scene. He's in the room and he's like talking to his wife and yelling at her. And then the scene cuts to something else. Then it cuts back and he's with some other chick at night, and he's banging this other chick. It's like, this movie was like, it was all over the place. It's a good idea, but it just couldn't stay. I couldn't stay focused. The editing was just something to be desired because it was all over the place. I mean, and then at the end, you're like, what the fuck am I looking at? Like, they're on the stairwell towards the end when he's being chased.
Oh, they're getting they're getting shot to death.
Yeah, and you see his doppelganger behind his wife, and she's like, "Look what we made," and he's like all fucked up, you know, because he's shot, and he's just laying on the stairs like, "What the fuck am I looking at? I'm looking at myself," you know. But anyway, they both die, and that is the weirdest scene. You know, she was double jointed to do that gun where she grabs his gun. She's laying on top. His wife is laying on top of Sam Neill. The wife is laying on top of him, and she grabs his gun. She does some weird thing with her arms, and where she can point it straight to her back, and then she shoots and kills both of them. And then the doppelganger leaves or whatever, sneaks off through the roof.
Crazy movie.
It is a trip. I mean, I didn't hate it, but like I said, it was like, we're trying to explain it to you the best we can. It's like,
it's kind of
so
hard to you get something you got to see. It's like one of those artsy film that I guess
Pretty
the guy
much.
was trying to be pretentious in a way, but not like David Lynch pretentious.
Yeah,
but nonetheless pretentious.
Pretty much. That's what I got out of it, and I did enjoy it. And it has a cult following apparently. Like, people, you know, you don't hate it. It's just very confusing. And I've watched it twice, and I'm still confused.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it.
I mean,
I don't remember
that creature looked good though. Whatever that creature was, that was some good effects.
Yes, the effect on the creature was, I mean, what was this, 1981? That ain't bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. But yeah, I mean, it's a trippy film. I do recommend someone watch it if you ain't got nothing else to do and you haven't seen it before. Check it out.
Now all we need to find is Baby Blood for y'all to watch.
Oh God! Now another one. I got to go search the archives of the internet.
I saw that when Netflix used to bring DVDs to your house. You had that option, remember? And that's how I watch it. It's a Mexican Spanish horror film. It's made in the late 80s or early 90s. Really good.
Oh wow! I gotta see it now. Baby Blood.
So it's called Baby Blood.
Yeah, Baby Blood.
Right.
I think it might be called a different name somewhere else, but I'm pretty sure the main name is Baby Blood.
So that was Possession.
Very good discussion.
Yeah, not a Sam Neill, one of Sam Neill's greatest.
That movie is what got him Jurassic Park, got him the role. As
that is, but it is his favorite movie that he's done. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he says that's his favorite role, that his favorite movie that he's done.
Probably because he got the
Possession.
Probably because you're. Oh, I'm sure it was a trip to make.
Yeah.
That guy that directed it, hasn't he done something else? Maybe that's his only movie.
Which one?
The guy that directed Possession. Is he the same guy that directed Stalker? I'm thinking about somebody
Let's
else.
see.
I don't know. Carrie, pull it up.
Let's see. He directed a bunch of shit that I can't pronounce.
Okay, maybe he didn't, because I remember there's a movie called Stalker. It's supposed to be like a real crazy sci-fi film from the '80s, I think.
But this is an
I thought that
Australian
maybe he did
film.
it.
Am I
No,
correct
it
on
No,
this?
this is.
Actually, I don't know. I don't think the guy who directed it, I think he's like Russian.
Oh.
I think, or something like that. It's like his last name starts with a T, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Andrei Zulawski.
Okay.
Oh, so
yeah, that's Russian.
I think he might be Russian.
He's born.
Because
He
I
was
think
born in Poland.
Sam Neill's New Zealand.
I was
Yeah,
born in Poland.
Yeah, he was. See, he has directed. Other than this, he directed. Let's see, The Third Part of the Night, The Devil, The Most Important Thing, Possession,
All right.
Les Femmes pour le Belic.
Okay, I'm back.
All right.
All right. So, yeah. Should we go with the other movie now?
Yeah. So,
Possessor.
So, Possessor follows an agent who works for a secret organization that uses brain implant technology to inhabit other people's bodies, ultimately driving them to commit assassinations for high-paying clients. Directed and written by Brandon Cronenberg, who was the son of what famous director?
Steven Spielberg.
There you go. Billy, what'd you think about Possessor?
Joe Dante.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Possessor. I kind of thought it would be a different type of movie, but either way, it was still really good. The colors of the movie, the bright yellow and the red, and I enjoyed that, and I enjoyed the mayhem, the blood, and just the whole weirdness of the movie. And then the ladies from she's the one that played Mandy.
Yep. That's where I immediately recognized her when I saw her.
And she was also in Birdman and a few other movies.
Oblivion, the Tom Cruise movie.
Oh, I never saw that.
Oh, okay. Mr. Poe, what do you think about Possessor?
I really enjoyed it. It wasn't bad at all. I want to say you can see a little bit of the flavor of his father in these movies, but I think
George Lucas.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think Brandon has his own style. You know what I mean? Like you can tell, like there's Cronenberg in it, and I guess it has to be a little bit. But I really enjoyed it. It was different, and the cinematography was great, I thought. And like Billy said, the blood and the mayhem, although there's not a lot of it, but when you do see it, it is something else. I mean, it was very well done. So that's what I thought of it.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about it going into it. Like I didn't.
Yeah, me neither.
I didn't know this. I didn't know what it was about. I remember seeing.
I didn't either.
I just remember seeing that freaky poster, and I was like, "All right, let's give it a shot." And it was kind of weird because when it starts off, you're basically, it's like, it's kind of like you're in what you think it's going to be, right? So this, starts off with this woman. She's plugged something into her head. She's using looks like an old, I don't know, some kind of old MP3 player, but she's like making herself cry with it. And then she just stabs a guy in the throat, and then she gets killed, and then you realize that's when you realize that it's someone else's controller.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, cool, that's what this movie's gonna be. But then it's not. Then it completely shifts to something different, right? I mean, it's still the same, storyline. She's taken over someone else's body, but
she's an assassin.
Yeah, but instead of getting just the end of, that was just the end of that mission. Now we're seeing the longer mission, and it was, it was like it was different. I wasn't ready for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I was ready for this to be like, because she was going to jump to different people.
Yeah.
Not go into one person, and that would be the full length of the movie. So it kind of slowed down in the middle, but it was still really good.
Well, and that's the interesting part of it. It's an alternate future. I believe it is 2018, an alternate future where people can do that through implants. They get someone associated with the target. They put this implant in them, and then this assassin I guess is it a corporation, Billy? I mean, what'd you get out? I thought it was a corporation, but what'd you get out of it? Like, what is that?
I think they're some part corporation because they were going to get some part of that deal that she was doing. They would have some kind of control over something if the deal went, if she killed who she was supposed to kill. But yeah, I think it's some kind of corporation, or they're involved with corporations or something like that.
Like, it's all about the shares. Like, it's not like, I guess, like you said, she's an assassin, but a hitman or whatever, or hit woman, and she goes through that. And I thought that was a neat aspect of it.
But it seems like, the longer you do it, like, it can affect you in the long run, you taking over people's bodies and stuff.
That would have to, like, completely fuck with you.
Yeah, I mean, that one scene where, like blood's, like, just coming out of her mouth when she's in that machine, because what'd he do? He tried to, like, take the implant out or something. And it was, like, fucking her up because she was losing control and he was taking over.
Like, she would see that little, like, it was like a little ball or something, but it was all blurry and moving real fast. And I like that they did that, because you're right. Both of y'all are right. I think that would take a toll on your mind, jumping, to people and getting into their subconscious, or in their conscious anyway, and taking over their body and everything. And I think that would fuck with your mind. And I guess that was one of the main concerns. They kept asking her before she did this super important mission if she was okay, and she kept lying and say she was, but she would see weird shit all the time.
Yeah. What I really enjoyed was the visual that they done for her taking over this guy's body or whatever.
Yeah.
It was basically, you would see her laying there, and her fucking head would melt like a goddamn Barbie doll, like you melted a Barbie doll head.
Yeah, I was like Black Hole Sun.
Yeah, then like his head would melt the same way, like it was plastic.
Yeah,
and it was like it would like reform into his head. That was like a cool way to show that she was like taking over his body, or they were merging. Because I'm assuming they were merging into one person, but they just kind of kept him comatose where he couldn't do anything. And I think he started kind of waking up halfway through it or something.
Yeah, now, she started losing control because she wasn't mentally ready.
I do want to say something though. The guy now the main target is this fiance, or no, that's not the main target, but the main target is this very rich guy and his daughter, and the son hired this company to kill the daughter because she was next in line, and then the dad, so he could have all the shares of the company. They take the fiance of the daughter, and that's who she jumps into, a man's body. Well, anyway, I was trying to get what he did for a living. He goes, and I feel like he was at the computer, and he was like clicking on the drapes and shit. And in the room, there's people having sex. And I didn't think in a movie like this I would see a hard penis, but you do. You
saw
full-on rager going after this naked chick in the room, and they're like, "Is everything okay?" He's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, I don't blame someone for staring, because I couldn't do my job either.
Well, there was more to that. There was actually more to that.
What was the more?
Well, like I still don't know what the job was, and I don't know why they were scanning, I guess, web
Talking about
cameras
drapes.
and looking at people's drapes. But the people, the guys the guy that he saw having sex was her husband.
Whose
That
husband?
the main character. That's why he reacted that way, because he just
Oh, that was the husband cheating on the.
and that's why
Oh.
I didn't get that. All I saw was
I didn't know.
a hard dick and drapes.
That's
what they should call the movie.
That was her husband, and she saw it, so
Hard
that's
dick and
why.
drapes.
Yeah, that's why she freaked out like that. Because I thought that she was immediately going to go kill him, like thinking, okay, I'm in someone else's body, I can kill my husband, and no one would know that I've done it. But yeah. Yeah, but other than that, I don't know what the rest of that. I don't know why they were looking at people's rooms.
I don't know what they were
drapes.
doing interior decoration while people were just doing whatever.
Yeah.
It was definitely.
Thank you for clearing that up. I was like, why is she reacting like a guy would, like just staring, like what the fuck is this and shit?
It's like I'm sure you've seen worse.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But you said this movie took place in like 2018. I don't know. I didn't get that, but it definitely had that weird nothing in the movie. Like there was nothing really to date the movie because people were using old flip phones and non-smartphones. But then you see like a 5G tower, like cell phone tower.
Yeah.
And I didn't see any TVs, so I don't know what kind of TVs they had. But it was definitely one of those weird, like, you don't know what year it takes place in.
No.
Well, I'll pull it up, but keep going.
Oh, I was done. I was waiting for you to rebuttal.
Oh, no. Because I was reading the plot, and that's what I thought. Oh, in alternate 2008. Oh. I'm sorry, I was wrong. But that's what it says on Wikipedia when I was reading into it to see what this movie was about, you know? So, yeah.
That's why you should never trust Wikipedia.
Yeah, I guess not. But anyway. Yeah. So you answered my question. But I thought, like, that whole scene... Like, poor Sean Bean. He can't live in anything, can he?
No, I know he actually lives.
He lives in this movie. He doesn't die.
Yeah,
that's right.
He was just like a vegetable, pretty much.
He just he was missing an eyeball and some teeth, and he had a big cut on the side of his face.
He got fucked up.
He did. That whole scene, though, man, was messed up. I was like, holy crap. I guess she grabs the poker from the fireplace, beats the living shit out of him, and then shoves it into his mouth, busting out his front teeth. And I mean, they show the whole thing, you know, which was cool. And then, of course, he takes the eye out, and then the fiance comes in. She's freaking out because her dad's being, you know, almost murdered. And of course, she gets shot. And that's the part you were talking about when the guy like stabs himself in the head. He fucks up that chip. Yeah. So then he starts taking back control of his body, but then he's also having the thoughts of the assassin. Like he can see what she has been through. Like it reversed him doing that.
And she was telling him, like, when they were like talking, it's like, you've had control the whole time.
Yeah. So he's trying, and that's the rest of the movie. He's trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Like, why is like my fiance's dead, her dad's messed up, and people are after me because, you know, I murdered someone. You know, he's all fucked up. But then he starts having her memories of her son and her husband and all that stuff. And
I didn't get that part. I didn't get that part where she says that he was in control the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like towards the end. He's like, what have you done to me or something? Because they're like talking to each other.
Yeah, no, I remember the scene. I'm just saying I don't know.
Yeah, she was like, you've had control. He said, I want control or something. I want control back or something. And she's like, you've been control the whole time or something.
That's what I'm saying, but I don't understand what that meant. Like,
yeah.
Maybe she's just trying to manipulate him. It's like, I haven't done none of this. This is all you.
This is all you, cowboy.
Because I also didn't get like, because there was that one guy that we meet when he first, when he goes to his job or whatever. That guy that he meets that he's, talking to, and then that guy shows up.
Oh, he works for the company.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, at that point, I was like, okay, so there's more people involved.
Mm-hmm.
But who? Like, who else is involved in this that you don't, you know what I'm saying? That's when it started getting weird. Like,
well, it's kind of like a spy movie, It was just kind of like espionage, and people are involved and make sure the plan went,
goes into fruition.
Yeah, like
that's what I'm saying. Through. But I mean, it obviously was a bigger.
Oh, they should. Yeah, I mean, they could definitely build
on it.
It
was bigger than just those two people.
Yeah. Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I mean,
like who else was? How many of her friends were involved, or you know what I'm saying? How many of them were plants and all that stuff?
Maybe it was just that one guy, maybe. Because I think the reason why that guy probably knew about it is because the son's also, I guess, works in the company.
Yeah, he does.
So he might have like, hey, I'll get this guy. You never saw him.
You never see him.
I don't think you.
That's what I'm saying. But how did you know that he's the one that hired the company?
Well, I'm just assuming he probably hired him because.
Don't they say it like when she's talking to him and saying like this guy, I thought that's where I got it from. I mean, I played tricks on myself before, but that was my understanding is he wants full control. So he has to take out his sister, which is his older sister.
Because I'm saying he's talking about the other guy that was in the apartment that he ended up killing and was trying to help him.
Oh no, that's not the brother. That's someone.
No. I'm saying they probably got him hired too to like make sure things go well.
Yeah.
I'm just assuming. Unless he's been there the whole time or they contacted him, so I don't know. But
who knows?
I mean, they could definitely do something else with this movie. They could make a world and make the world bigger. I'm sure they won't, which is a good idea. But they could always do it.
Well, another great like scene of like visually telling us what's going on was whenever he was seeing her memories, right? And
yeah.
The way they done it was he was like choking her, but then he like fucking pops her head like a balloon.
Puts on her face,
and then puts her face on, and he's walking around, and that's the poster, that's where that comes from. And then we see, now we see him with her face on, but it's like all fucking hanging off and drooping, like
it shows all the scenes from the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, but it looks like she had a stroke or something. But now it's like that's what we see, and I was just like, that's so fucking great. Like that was just awesome. Like the visual storytelling of this movie, it was just great. Like there wasn't like exposition. There wasn't anybody telling you like, hey, this is what's happening right now. You had to they just showed it to you, and it was.
And see,
show and don't tell. That's the way it should be done.
Interpret it yourself.
And that's how that's how I took it too. And it's so funny because when your first expectations going into something like this, you see, Possessor and all this stuff, and you're like, okay. And I was like, all right. And I started watching. I'm like, is this going to be because how it starts out, it gets you from the beginning. Because my expectation was I was going to be bored. I'm like, is this going to be a boring movie? Is it going to be a lot of talking and all this stuff? But no, I mean, it really kept my attention through the whole thing. I mean, the story was that good.
And the guy who played the boyfriend, he's an underrated actor. He's been.
He looked familiar, but I can't remember
quite a few stuff.
Let me pull him up here. And see.
Pull him
he's in that
up,
movie Piercing. He's in that movie. What was that movie? With Joe Edgerton.
It Comes at Night. He was in that one.
Yeah, It Comes at Night. Yeah, he was in that. He was in Piercing. He was in another movie.
Piercing.
There's another movie I've seen. Yeah, Piercing. That's supposed to be really good.
I don't really recognize anything else.
His name is Christopher Abbott, right?
Yeah, he was on that show Girls.
Yeah, he's an underrated actor. He does a lot of those these artsy films and stuff like that.
He was
Like,
he was really good.
This
I've heard
seems like
Piercing's really good.
This seems like it would be just a big artsy film, you know, and which I mean, it doesn't come off that way to me anyway, because I've seen like artsy, you know, kind of whatever horror, and you know, I don't know if this would you classify it as horror or would you classify it as horror slash sci-fi?
I guess horror slash thriller. I
Sci-fi
guess
thriller.
Yeah, IMDb has it as horror sci-fi thriller, but I don't know if it'd be really. I guess it could be sci-fi, but I don't know.
Well, the element of jumping into someone.
I know, but whenever you say sci-fi to me, I immediately have to think of like space. Like it has to be in space before it's sci-fi.
Or an alien type technology. Yeah.
Yeah, but this isn't alien type technology. This is technology that we're probably going to have in a few years.
I consider this just sci-fi thriller. There's some horror elements, but
I mean, the poster alone is horror.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily would call it horror. Now that after I think about it, and I've watched it, I think more of a sci-fi thriller.
Yeah,
with horror elements in it.
I'm gonna go with horror thriller.
I'm gonna go with what they listed as horror sci-fi thriller, because I see the elements of it, so I agree with that. But to each his own.
No, we're gonna have a debate till we all agree on the same fucking thing.
Yeah, yeah, because we all love the same movies,
right? We all have to have the same opinion.
That's right. Nobody's different on here.
No one's special.
Oh man!
Another thing that was like weird too was like. I know I'm jumping to the end, but I mean we're not going to talking about things. So spoilers if you haven't seen Possessor. At the end, whenever he goes to her house, right? But I guess it's not her house because she's not living there with her husband at the time. I kept thinking maybe the husband was also part of it, right?
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
But then we're like. So that's when they do the whole she shows up. She's like talking to him. That's when she says you were in control the whole time or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then when he kills the husband, which was a great fucking scene.
Oh yeah.
When he kills him with the fucking meat cleaver.
That was wicked. That was and that's where the horror comes in. But go ahead.
But then, like he sits down and then he gets stabbed in the throat, which is like a throwback to the beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he shoots. He just picks up his gun and shoots. And of course, he shoots the son, which I was like, okay, that's weird. And then when the son's, then whenever he just like, I guess it turns into her now. So now it's her taking over. And she just like unloads on the kid, blowing the back of his head off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking hate you.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I really didn't know what was going on at that point. And then when the kid says, "Get me out," you're like, oh fuck, someone took over his body. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just thinking, I'm like, how many people in that world are being controlled by someone else? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is the whole, what we're seeing there is all of it. Just as more than one, there's.
I'm sure she's not the only assassin.
Yeah, well, and I'm sure there's not the only company or people that have that technology too. So it's almost like, wow, what the fuck? And then you realize that it was
Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Lee the whole time, her boss or what? I don't know if it was her boss or whatever.
It was her.
And then when she got out, she looked happy, or she was like stared at her like.
Yeah, but I just couldn't figure out. I was like, okay, so was that even like her kid or her husband, right? Like, was that somebody that people she met when she was, in someone else's body before? it was just weird. And then
It
of
No,
course,
was a
I think
mind
that,
fuck.
that mind shit just fucked her up so much that she just did not
well,
give a shit.
I know, but here's what made me think of that though. Like whenever the camera starts pulling back and we see the guy and the kid laying there and the blood's all coming together, the
Mm-hmm.
blood makes the shape of the fucking butterfly that she pulls out of that box later.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, so what the fuck?
Well, Jennifer Jason Leigh was like an ex-assassin. It's kind of like her handler for the
Yeah, yeah,
company.
yeah.
But yeah, it was and I went back because
I need
I
to
was
watch
like,
it again, definitely.
what's with the butterfly? And I read on Wikipedia they were going through the whole thing where the butterfly, and I didn't realize this, when you first see her look at it, she feels guilty about killing it. And she even says that she feels guilty about killing the butterfly, so she kept it in that thing, in that little display. And at the end, she looks at it after all said and done, and she doesn't feel anything. So basically, they didn't want her to have any ties to the outside world. So they took that away. And of course, after that, then she doesn't give a shit about anything. So now she'll be better at her job or whatever.
Now she can actually pull the trigger.
Yeah,
Now,
because she couldn't pull it, and that's another thing. She couldn't pull the trigger. Like
couldn't
what
kill
they're
herself,
supposed to do is they're supposed to shoot themselves, and that's what they even say. She
Right.
ended up stabbing herself when she took over the first girl in
No,
the
she didn't. She got shot. Remember, the cops came in.
Oh, the
cops
that's
killed
right.
her.
Okay, well, she went out that way, suicide by cop. She couldn't do it herself. So she's wrestling with this, and then even in the end, she couldn't pull the trigger.
Yeah,
So-
I got all that, but
but I
like said,
bet she can now after killing her kid.
So yeah,
She has no more emotions, no more attached feelings.
definitely, like you said, Billy, it gives you the option to have those questions, like what y'all are saying right now. They want you to have those thoughts, like, what else is going on? Is there another company with the same technology that was trying to counteract what she was doing? What is going on here?
Yeah, why did she go back and visit Sean Bean at the end?
Yeah. True.
Well, she had to kill him. That was I guess she said perfect time.
Yeah.
You think she went back?
Because she had to call. She had to cause a scene. She had to he was getting distraught because they wanted to make it like he was like slowly losing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember when they finally, he was like, he said something like, you don't fucking mock me, or you fucking show me some respect, or some shit like that when they were like escorting him out. And then he told his girlfriend, like, fuck you, you stupid bitch. So he had to make a scene, and then that's why.
Oh yeah, at the party, yeah.
Yeah. So they kind of had to make it look like it was slowly coming, because maybe they are aware of this technology, and if they just like had no, she just fucking did it just to do it. They were like, "What? That's fucking weird."
Yeah.
He just randomly did this. So I guess
Like they were having a good time at the party.
No, I couldn't figure out why she went back and visited Sean Bean at the end.
Oh, when he was in the wheelchair, all fucked up.
Yeah.
I think that was a hallucination. I don't think that was real time.
That's the thing about this movie.
Like I said, I definitely gotta watch it again.
Yeah, that's when it's like when her mind was freaking. When they were freaking out, when like she was like losing control. That's when that scene came. So that wasn't actually. Wasn't actually visiting him.
Mm.
That was just like a hallucination or some crazy mind trick or something in the mind of her and that dude trying to grasp each other, trying to get control. Because right after that they said that he had he was alive, but yeah, I think that was just a whole thing in the mind. That couple second scene.
I don't know. Yeah, I definitely need to watch it again. I really enjoyed it though.
What would y'all give it out of 10?
Out of 10, I thought we were going with 5. I thought we'd lowered it down to 5.
5. So
Oh.
5.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I can rate it yet. I think I need to watch it again because I'm like at this point, this is the first time I've seen it, and it's still fresh in my head. I kind of want to give it a 5, but I think I need to watch it again. I think just the I need to get over that excitement of seeing it for the first time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, like when you seen like the prequels in the theater and you were like, yay, cheering because there's Chewbacca, but then you're like, the prequels are actually pretty shitty.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, they were. The last one was better out of all of them, though.
So I'll temporarily give it I'll just go ahead and give it a 4.5.
I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5.
I think I'm gonna go with a straight 4 on this one. And I would go higher, but I don't know why I'm not going higher. Why am I not going higher? I enjoy the hell out of it.
I'm trying to think.
I want to go 5. You know what? I change it. I'm going to go 5 because I really did enjoy this.
I was going to say I may temporarily go to 5. My only thing was like I'm trying to think of if there's anything. Is there anything about it you didn't like? Can you think of anything that you're just like, oh, I can't believe they did that, or
nothing? I can't think of anything.
Billy, you're good at nitpicking. Come on.
Oh, the kid. No, the kid screaming. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm joking. That was the other movie.
Yeah, that was your other movie.
I just wish they would have, like, before the main mission, maybe do another one. Maybe they would have done like another small one.
I don't know. I think that the way they done it was, like I said, because you're starting off with basically what you would assume to be like the end of the movie.
I wish they would have gone in more detail on like what they do and stuff like that. Maybe just a little bit more of a history of the.
I don't know. I don't think I would like that either. I think the way that it's more of just a like you don't really know what the hell's going on, and you know what I'm saying, like it's a secret company, so yeah, you should know all this information. I think it makes you know what I'm saying, like you're more part of it than someone sitting there telling you like every secret about them. Nah. I don't know. I can't think of anything that I didn't like about it.
Yeah, I can't either. I can't. So I'm going to go 5 on that one.
I may temporarily go with 5 until I watch it again. Give it a couple.
Harry watches it again. It's like, man, this fucking
this is horrible.
No,
terrible. And I gave it a 5.
No, I'm sticking with 5.
I can't release that episode now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look like a jackass.
No, I don't care if I look like a jackass. I did enjoy it, and there's nothing I had any qualms about anything in it. So very original, very original.
Good.
Yeah, definitely original. Of course, this is the first Brandon Cronenberg film I've seen, so I'm definitely gonna check out his other work. Billy,
I think he's only done one other movie.
Well, you
he may have done some short films, but he's only done like I think one other.
What's the other one?
Antiviral.
Oh, okay.
It's on Prime, so I'm gonna check that one out. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely. I'll be checking that out as well.
So, Billy, where can they find you on the internet?
Nowhere.
Nowhere. Got rid of everything.
He's off the grid. he joined the Alaskan Bush people.
Yeah, he was posting too many election lies on Twitter, so they
fact checked him out of there.
While I was on the toilet.
Yeah.
And they were like, "No, can't have this."
Him and the My Pillow guy are in cahoots to get Trump back in office.
We had a discussion. I was trying to get a free pillow, free My Pillow. Didn't work.
With a set of sheets.
And you got kicked off of you got kicked off Twitter for it.
Jesus.
So you're not even on the Slasher app anymore?
Yes, he is. He just accepted my friend request.
I just don't use it.
Right.
You need to use it.
I'll accept friend request, but I don't ever use it.
Yeah, I don't really post on there much either. I'm still on there. Then.
For shame.
I haven't been on there for like almost 2 weeks now, I think, or something like that. I think the 8th or the 7th of this month was the last time I was on.
I'm guilty of that too.
I think Parler's back, so you can get on Parler.
Oh God!
All right.
Look, Slasher, I'm trying to use a lot more of because I do enjoy using it, and there's not all the bullshit. So that's why I'm transcending. Like I do
there's
still
no politics. There's no politics on there.
There's none, and it's great, and that's what I want. And everybody talks about horror.
I'm going to go on there right now and post a Trump meme.
You do.
Yeah.
No, I was going to. I was going to read something that one of our fans said about the show.
Do it.
This is from Tarman Dan, posted this morning.
Shout out to Tarman Dan again.
He said, just listen to the episode. Thanks for the shout out. While listening to this podcast, I can picture two guys sitting around a campfire drinking beer and bullshitting about horror movies. Great work. So there you go. See what you're missing on Slasher Rap, Billy?
I know. You know, we should, like I said, guys, we should start a podcast from beneath OnlyFans. That's where we get the fans. That's where we get the money.
Here we go with the.
Well, we'll just, wear masks like horror villains and stuff, and nothing else.
Streaking through the streets wherever you're at.
We'll make millions.
There you go. I doubt we'll make millions.
We'll be millionaires.
We'll probably make $2 or $3.
That's right.
They'll probably pay me to keep things on.
Yeah, I know.
Please, no more. Shut up.
It could be an OnlyFans, but we put more clothes on.
Yeah.
Could you please put more on around your face, mostly? Oh God,
Mr. Poe, where can they find you on the internet?
They call me Mr. Poe on the Slasher app, on Twitter, and on Instagram. And of course, join our awesome group on Facebook, the 1313 Inc. You get to stay up to date with everything that we're doing, plus my show on B Movie TV, 8 o'clock on Sundays, Sci-Fi Sideshow, only on Roku. And I want to give a shout out to our only sponsor, which is Mad Hatter's Boards, which they're awesome. And, all they did was pay $1 and we say their name. So, but yeah, we got some cool stuff coming up. I know we've been talking about different things we want to do with the show. We appreciate any feedback. And I'm just humbled as hell, man. I mean, it makes our day to see something like that. That's pretty cool. And we got some listeners that, we stay in contact with, William Hopkins and Fred Aldman, and William Hopkins' movie, Demon Resurrection. Go watch it. If you haven't seen that shit, shame on you. And then you go to Fred's.
Shame on you, Billy.
Shame on you, Billy. And then Fred's website, Critical Condition Online. He posts everything about older B movies, and he does and unfortunately lately, I mean, it's been, he does like a tribute to people that have passed on. And unfortunately, there's been so many, but I mean, he's very dedicated to that website. So check it out. Do yourself a favor. You might find a movie you never heard of before. So I think that's it. And B Movie TV. Watch the hell out of it. Put it on. Get a Roku stick, damn it.
Hashtag Pervy the Clown.
Hashtag Pervy Clown. Hashtag Doug with Friday Night Action. Hashtag Ken Ace Brewer's the man.
All right, yeah. So there was another thing on our, I think it was on our Facebook page, the Shot on Video Horror page. They mentioned us.
Yes.
On their page, because you had mentioned them on our page with your movies.
Yes. Big shout out to them. SOB Horror. I really dig what they're doing over there.
I guess they probably don't listen to the show though, because they only listed you as being part of the show, so they don't listen to it. They don't know that.
I guess. Fuck everyone else. No, no, the really cool people over there, and I'm gonna be enjoying some movies. Of course, I showed them off to you guys already, but yeah, go there. Shot on Video, man. It's where it's at, and I love movies like that. I like my artsy movies like Possessor, but then I like my my other stuff.
I've got a winner for you then, if you can find it. This is one that I rented.
What is it?
Long time ago, and it's called Axum.
Axum.
AXEM.
Okay.
And if you could find this piece of trash,
I'll look for it.
It is really good.
Cool.
This piece of trash is really good.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's bad. It is bad.
I do want to say something else before we leave. William Hopkins did text me on Messenger to make sure I was okay and my family was okay. So I really did appreciate that as well.
Yeah, I think my brother. My brother left you a message on the YouTube.
Yes, he did too. Craig, thank you very much. I really appreciate that, and he's a loyal listener as well. So
been around since the beginning, since
I
episode
know.
1. Listens to all of them, unlike Billy.
Does he have a shirt yet?
Right.
Because if he doesn't, we need to give him one.
Yeah, he's got one.
Oh, okay. We'll get him another one.
Because
that's all he's going to wear.
Yeah, just those shirts. All right.
Oh.
All right. Well, I guess until next week, we will continue to watch The Good, the Bad, and the Cheaply Made.